Morning. Okay, wanted to show you the resources available for this book, as well as any of our psychology books. They all have MindTap with them. With it automatically comes with the loose leaf version of the book with that ISBN that you would need to get from me. But anyway, I want to just give you an overview of what it is and how to use it. I went into your instructor account. I saw that you have the Rathis book here. So to toggle to MindTap, you actually are just going to go here and then go to MindTap. I've actually created a course for you, a demo course. You can just simply by clicking Create Course and entering the start and end dates and creating a name for the course, it automatically populates. So I've gone ahead and done that right here. Students actually get 2 weeks of free access to the course, which includes the ebook, just by using the URL that is generated when you create the course. But you could also integrate this into Canvas with grade return and everything, at which point they would not need any instructions because they would see the portal in Canvas. Again, something that if you'd like to implement MindTap either as required in the course or as an added resource, that's stuff we can talk about later. I just want to give you an overview so you know what's available. I'm on campus all the time if you want to meet in person. So I've created a course for you right here. I'm going to just click this and it's going to launch me into my course. Everything that you see looks the same to students in their course. If you run it through Cengage, again, you can integrate it through Canvas, which would change it because you could modulize it or put them into your Canvas modules. But everything you see looks the same for students, except that you have the ability to create and customize. So once again, everything I'm going to show you can be customizable. So we arrange everything into chapters, and the chapters will look very uniform, so students will know exactly what to see in each chapter. So for instance, if I go into chapter 3 and expand, I'm going to see first the introduction folder. It's going to be the ebook first, so the chapter 3 ebook. There's 2 places students can see the ebook within MindTap. The first is in the chapter lineup. The second is over here with the full ebook where they can search by chapter, page number, concept, keyword, etc. But this would take them directly into chapter 3. Students can take notes and highlights within the ebook. They can also have the ebook read to them. So there's lots of functionality there. And then after that, we have a chapter practice, true or fiction. It's just to test your knowledge kind of before lecture, before chapter reading. They can kind of see what they think is truth or fiction. There is a point value given to this for simply practicing it or participating in it. Again, everything you see is customizable, so you can lower this point value. You can switch this into a required mode, so it's not practice, but it is a required piece, etc. Then we have the mastery training, which I'm going to show you in just a second. And then we compartmentalize into different subchapters. So if I open any of these, I'm going to again then see the chapter ebook, and then a reflect and relate, which is going to be again, reflecting on a personal experience. That would be right here. And then we have more readings. And this one, let's see what we have here. Again, kind of the same thing, where depending on the type of assignment it is, will be dependent on, or the chapter it is, will be dependent on what kind of assignments they're seeing. So this is kind of more of a comprehensive assignment. And then we have, so again, we're compartmentalizing these into subchapters. And then the last folder we have in each chapter is review and practice. So review key terms and a practice quiz. So again, if I turn my edit tab on now, I'm actually able to hide what I don't want to use and edit what I do. I can edit the name, the description, I can put count towards grade as a practice, I can edit the point value, and this is where I would also give an available and a due date so that students can't get into it until I want them to, and then it's due at a certain time as well. And then there's different options depending on the type of assignment, which we could limit the takes that they have, or limit or maybe, perhaps unlimited, maybe limit the time frame they're able to take it. You put passwords on assignments, etc. So lots of great functionality. Again, that's when my edit tab is on up here, is when that edit comes on. I can go in, or you could go into any of these assignments and view them as a student just by clicking on any of these. I do want to show you with the mastery training because this is something that is available in all of MindTap's for all of our psychology books. What this is here, and it'll walk students through exactly how to take it. It's going to give them a set of 33 memories for this chapter. It's going to say there's 33. And we're going to start by giving them small modules. We're going to give you 10 first. So it's going to say start learning, and it's going to explain what this is so that students are understanding how to use this. And it's about learning these modules in pieces, small pieces and chunks. And then we remediate them over and over again until they're getting those correct, and then before they're moving on to another one. So excuse us, it's everything here that it explains how this works, how level memories work, and how level 1 lasts for weeks, level 2 lasts for months, and we're trying to work students up into mastering those definitions or concepts, etc. So again, it's giving you just an overview. So I'm going to say start this set. Okay, now I'm going to try to remember what I see. So it's going to give me my prompt, and it's going to have me remember that this right here relates to this term right here. So I'm going to say, okay, I got it. I'm going to take as much time as I need, and I got it. Now it's going to give me another one, and I got it. And so it's going to give me just a small handful, small workable pieces. Again, got this one. Again, just going to go through them, but students can actually look and see. Some will be images, some of them will be very wordy, but we're trying to, again, get them to practice small pieces of the content at one time. Now it's going to say, okay, now I'm ready. I'm ready to revisit that small number of concepts. So it's going to give me one of those. Sometimes the wording is going to be different. Sometimes it's going to be the same as what they just saw. And if I don't know it, it's fine. I can say I don't know it. It's going to say it's okay. We'll come back to it. Because again, we're mastering it through practice. Okay, so now it's going to revisit the one I just said I'm not sure. Okay, I got that. Now I'm going to go through again and revisit the ones that I was working on. So I know this. Okay, I know it. Now it's going to ask me to match up with what it was showing me. And it's going to give me the correct answer because it's going to say, okay, got it. It's going to revisit that actually later on. It's going to prompt me again to go and decide if I know it or not. And then go next. So it's going to give me again small chunks, and this is where I can see my progress up here on how I'm doing in this one mastery set as a whole. But once I've completed the mastery of 10, 3 in this batch, it's not going to let me move on until a certain time period's passed because it really wants me to kind of absorb what I've learned. The next set will revisit some of the first set with a little bit more from the second set. So that's the mastery training that is available in each chapter. So I'm going to close this up again. So our chapter learning path is here. As instructors populate due dates to any of the assignments, students can click on the calendar view here, and those would populate to this. Again, this is a really quick overview. If you'd like to implement this in class in either a practice mode to start or as a required piece or as an extra ancillary, let me know, and I can help work with you on how you do want to use it. On the right side of the page, we have what we call MindTap apps. So students can take notes and highlights. They can access RSS feeds related to the coursework. Glossary, there is a portfolio they can begin to build that they have access to after the course is over for free. Study Hub, this is where the notes and highlights they take within the ebook are housed. This is where they can manipulate the read speaker or the speed of the reading. They can change to male or female voice when they're listening to the book being read to them. We do have Questia here, which is the resource module. There are flashcards and a progress app. So the See Now, this is a homework app. You have the ability to actually add more content. So if you wanted to add midterms, unit quizzes, practices, etc., there's a lot more with the ability to add and create and put more within this. So at any rate, I just wanted to give you a quick overview of the resource for this book. Again, MindTap is available with all of our psychology titles if you're teaching another course that you think it might fit in. But if you have any questions, let me know. I'm on campus all the time, and I'm happy to revisit this in more depth, or again, if we just want to give it to the students as an ancillary or test it with them and see what they think, if it's a useful resource. But it gives students the option of just accessing MindTap on its own because the ebook is in here. So that's like one of the least expensive modes of accessing the content. So if you have any questions, let me know. I look forward to speaking with you soon.